so today was great, just being able to work out with Coach Fessler and then Coach Hartline throughout the day. You can really see how they focus on development and really looking for the right thing and working with the guys they recruit.
What's the biggest thing you take from a workout like that maybe you apply when you go back home?
Just really the mechanical things, the things that they were helping me with. I was kind of struggling with today, and then I'll take that home and adjust and be ready so that can help me in my long-term future.
It looked like you did pretty good today. Is this what you consider struggling?
Just a couple throws I wish I could have back. My parents always push me to being perfect, even though it's not really human-like. But it's just always been like the best I can be.
What stands out about Ohio State?
Just their rich QB history. Just for the past 5 to 6 years, they've had the best quarterbacks come out of here: Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, Wayne Haskins. So just the QB development and the quarterbacks they have helped reach to the next level is definitely standing out for me.
Do you have a favorite from that group of?
C.J. Stroud is my favorite quarterback.
There you go. You had that answer
just
ready.
really his story coming up from high school, just being an underrated guy, and then going to the Elite 11, performing at the Elite 11, and then coming here. And then I remember watching his story where he said that in the first half, everything was first start. Yeah, and he did pretty bad. Checked social media, seeing all the things they were saying. Went out second half and had a great game. So that was my favorite story.
Can you identify with that? Because you didn't say it's a football game. You said it's a story. Do you feel like you identify with something like that?
To be honest, no. I just think that adversity comes at some point of your career. So just to see how he overcame adversity, I think is something that's definitely inspiring.
What's the biggest lesson you learned from your freshman year?
My freshman year. So my freshman year, I'm just transferring over to Neimann Lawrence. Just being able to pick up the game's getting a lot faster. So just being able to play at a higher level.
How long does it take for the game to slow down?
Just the more repetition, the more reps that you get, and then the more experience that you have on the field, allows the game to slow down for you.
You obviously from South Florida is so well. It's JJ, Brandon, down the list.
I think really just down there, just the hard work and drive that we have down there. It's not really much. It's just really down there, the dream is football. A lot of guys coming up just thinking football. That's on the way out.
You obviously got to work with Coach Fessler early on. I know you're out there with Coach Day here just a little bit ago. What was it like to work with two guys that have had success with some of those quarterbacks you're talking about?
So, I can tell that, there's a reason for that success that those quarterbacks have had. Just being here for the past 2 hours with them, I know I had to come up here and get some work with these guys. They're very hard on me, and I can tell that they'll get everything out of me.
What did you make of the group of receivers here today? The group of receivers that were here today?
The group of receivers are good. I had one of my best buddies. We call ourselves a duo, Eric McFarland. So, we're here to show off a little piece of our duo today.
Anyone else stand out to you?
I'm not sure of his name, but I know he had red long sleeve with dreads. They're doing pretty good as well.
Do you and Eric talk about playing
together? Oh yeah, for sure.
What are those conversations like?
Right now those conversations are a little early for us, but we're definitely knocking out the schools that we see ourselves playing together.
You've obviously paid attention to the Ohio State quarterbacks. I know you said they get into the league, but what about the individual quarterbacks, their development maybe that stands out maybe from Ohio State from other universities?
I think really just I'll go with C.J. Stroud just because that was one of my favorites. Just his level to be poised and just very accurate is just very important. I really take that and I really try to model that from this game, just because I think poise and accuracy is two main factors in being a great quarterback.
People who haven't seen you play, how would you describe them?
I would call myself a young, confident quarterback that's able to make every throw on the field, and that can also use his legs to kill as well.
What's the key to confidence?
The key to confidence is experience. I think just being able to experience different things and be in different situations. That when you're in those situations, you're able to stick to your fundamentals and be able to perform at your best.
You say it's experience, but you don't have a ton of experience, but you're still confident. What came first?
So I think I started playing varsity football in the 8th grade. So I'll be going into my 3rd year playing varsity football in my sophomore year. So I think I had a little bit of experience, but just I guess coming up in that South Florida environment, like you said, it's just the level of talent there's already top notch. So just playing against those top notch guys and then also playing national games, I think it definitely helped me for my confidence.
What other camps have you attended?
Where the I've attended. I went to Texas. I went to the Team of Florida, Michigan. I went. This is my last camp. I went to also Tennessee, Notre Dame, and then there was one more camp.
Are you enjoying doing all this traveling, seeing the country, and meeting all these people?
Oh, I also went to Oregon.
Oregon?
So just being able to just map out the schools that I really like, and then just going to work with their coaches. I was really just a plan for this summer, just to get a feel like what those coaches are like coaching.
Earlier, when you were talking about South Florida guys coming out of there, why they excel, you said for a lot of guys they feel like, but then that's the only way out. Yeah. Is that something you feel?
No, I mean just being raised with a fortunate household. Just my parents have always pushed me, like, if it's not football, I'm still going to college. I'm still going to go to college to be able to do something with my life, just be able to be productive. So at a young age, my mom and both my mom and my dad, they pushed academics on me very hard. So I was going to be in college regardless.
You seem like a very grateful guy for that and that background. Sure. I guess what instilled that gratitude in you and that sort of thing?
You know, growing up with my parents and then my aunt, you know, it's just I'm very high on respect. Just being in the house with my parents are a little older, so just being in the house with them, just being able to respect my elders and being raised in the right household, I think that's a long way, and then raising a great child.